This video is about wiring harness and tipm meltdowns that happen in Jeeps and Dodge vehicles. So what you have here is these pigtails that go into the tipm, melted down along with the wiring. And you can see that this is just destroyed stuff. I was driving at high speed over very rough roads, tracks actually, and all of a sudden the horn went on and the steering wheel or the windshield wipers started going, smoke started pouring out of the engine compartment and into the cab. So this tipm failed, and you can see that there's some meltdown here. But look at the inside of this thing. It's not uncommon for these tipms in Jeeps and Dodge vehicles to fail. And classically, they result in the horns going on, windshield wipers going, you can't start it, the doors don't work or whatever. It's bad enough like this one, it results in tremendous amount of damage. I've had to buy a new tipm, which I was able to do, but the harnesses are discontinued. This is a 07, and so you have to get them from a junkyard. And I've been looking for 3 months for these harnesses. There are 3 harnesses that come out of this tipm, and 2 of them were damaged. As you can see here, this is the so-called engine harness. It comes out, goes along the firewall, and it has to do with the engine. The other one is this harness right here. This is called the dash harness. And it goes inside the cab, goes under the dashboard, and runs all the instruments and all kinds of stuff, all your connections, all your lights, your seat belts, and all that stuff. So in order to fix that, you've got to pull that harness out of there. Pull this entire harness that goes all the way across here and comes in on this side of the firewall, comes through the firewall, and then you've got to find another one and try to replace it. What makes this repair so difficult is that nobody wants to do this kind of work. You got to take all this stuff off. Here's a cable underneath here. The harness has to be taken care of. And nobody wants to do this kind of work. I've talked to electricians. I've talked to four-wheel drive places. I've talked to dealers. Nobody wants to. I've even talked to guys that build race cars, and nobody wants to do this. So you got to pull all this stuff off so that you have access to these cables, these harnesses. And then you got to get somebody to pull the harnesses out and install a new one or a used one. They're very hard to repair because you gotta get rid of this plug completely and get either a used one, or you've got to rebuild this thing and repin this thing, and nobody wants to do it. So if you're going to do this, the first thing you need to do is get the exact part number off the cables of the harnesses in your vehicle. Then you can run it down and try to get new ones from the manufacturer, or go to the junkyards and get what you need. If you don't have the numbers, it's very difficult to find the correct harness. As of January 2025, this tipm and wiring harness meltdown have changed this very capable rock crawler and pre-runner into a boat anchor. So unless I can get these harnesses, unless I can get somebody to help me put this thing together, I'll have to junk this very capable machine.